All right. Cool. I got a new request for another R.L. Burnside song, which is great. I love R.L. Burnside. This is a song called Mellow Peaches. And the FGA member says, I enjoy R.L. Burnside's music immensely. The track Mellow Peaches, sometimes titled just Peaches, is deceiving because there are tricky rhythmic components. Bars of 4, bars of 3, for example. And then he goes on to say that Cedric Burnside has done a cool version too, an open G. And very cool. Let's go back to here. I've listened to Mellow Peaches. I know this song. It's an open G, or actually it's open G, half step down. We'll do it in open G. And I also already listened to the Cedric Burnside version. And there are similarities, but they are literally nearly different songs. Like the riff is completely different. So Cedric does follow the weird form with bars of 3, bars of 4. So I think it's best. Let's start with the R.L. Burnside version. And then if we have time, we'll switch over to the Cedric Burnside version. Check that out just to see how they're different. The riff is also like deceivingly hard. It sounds like it's really super simple, but it's not. Okay, so let's take a listen to it and check it out.
Don't you be just dealing mellow, hanging way up in your tree.
It's certainly a very mellow song. That's the weird measure, right?
Don't you be just dealing mellow.
He kind of like jumps into the riff faster.
Up in your tree.
There it is again.
Give them
Okay, let's check it out. So one thing, I'm in open G, and he's in open G a half step down. So you could call it open F sharp, I guess. Nobody really ever calls it that. They usually just call it open G. I'm going to quickly just check so that y'all can play along in open G. I recommend to do it in open G. So while I'm tuning here, on this song, there's like, basically it's kind of like 2 riffs. And that's it. And the hard thing, like Daniel asked, I believe it was Daniel. The hard thing is like the measures of 3 and 4. So let's take it from the top. It goes right into that second riff. Okay, so if we're counting it, let's just count it together. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
Don't jump.
So think about it as like, you could think about it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. By the way, this is the riff. So you have. Okay, so I just kind of looked at that the other day, so I don't know it perfectly. So we're starting off sliding from first. Okay. Now remember, I'm up a half step, so it's not exactly in the same pitch as this. Okay, so the melody that you're hearing, half step up, will be this. Okay, so that melody is going first fret to the 3rd fret, and then going to the 3rd fret of the 1st string. So you hear that end. I was playing that the other day. I still can't remember the name of that song. But the reason I'm playing it is because this is common movements in open G. This first to third fret and hitting that third fret of the first string, it just comes up so much. So like if you learn these common movements in open G, it's going to help you a lot learn other songs in open G. So back to this riff. Okay, we've got that top line. Okay, after you do that, then you go to the third fret with a blues bend. Open second string, first fret on the second string, open again. So all together. Okay, and that's the point where you're just going to play one beat and then restart the riff. And that's actually the way that I think about it. I'm not thinking counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I think of it as like play the riff. 1. 1. Right? So I just think of having like that one beat in the middle. And technically, I think it's going to be, or definitely technically, it's a 4/4 measure and then a 3/4 measure. But I'm guessing he's probably thinking of it that way too. Is like the riff and then just one beat in the middle before you restart the riff again. That makes sense to me, and that's probably the way that he's thinking. I'm just guessing though. That's the first riff. That's it. So that okay. Some ways to kind of enhance it a little bit. You can hear at the very beginning it's not just that. You can hear that it's right. So what's the difference there? Is I'm giving it more with my thumb. And notice I'm using different fingers for the slide and up and down thing. It's because the other day I was doing a lot on the resonator and I really kind of tore up my fingers. So I'm trying to like balance them out a little bit. But for you, I'd recommend this. So first finger sliding and then doing a bar. And if you hate doing that bar, then use first finger and second finger like that. But the finger that's going to get torn up is your index finger because it's going like that slide up and down. Okay, so that's the riff 1. Okay, let me slow it down because we went through it pretty fast. So. 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay. I hope that makes sense. I hope you're able to kind of follow that. The weirdest part is that because that doesn't come up very much. But listen, you can hear him do that. All right. Now remember, he's half step down.
Don't your picture, they look mellow, hanging way up in your tree.
Comes back to the riff. 1. And I'm tapping my foot too.
They look mellow, hanging way up in your tree.
Okay, so that part, it's very tricky on the rhythm. I'm gonna have to listen to it a few times. We got a few minutes left here. So the riff, basically, what he's got the main riff, right, and then he's got harmonically what he's doing. Like, what is he playing on his guitar? He's doing this kind of chukka thing with almost with like nothing. He's like, meaning he's kind of like muting everything out nearly. Sometimes you can hear him on the upstrokes lift. So notice I'm going down with a click, up with a slight, just the tiniest bit of chord. So like 1. Okay. And the downs are where your foot would be tapping. And then he adds this riff. And he only does that, it seems like he does it twice. So that is, again, first fret of the second string, pull off, and then hitting that third string open. Okay, let's listen to him do it. This is the main riff. 1.
Give them yo yellow peacho. Baby, I know they're sweet.
And then back into the riff. Okay, I'm gonna try to count that out this next time. I'm not guaranteed I'm gonna get it, but we'll try.
I'm gonna get me, step like a baby, climb up on your top limb.
Okay, weird. So what he did there is he did like 6. I'm trying to count the beats before he does the. So he did 6 beats from the riff. I'll count it out loud this time. What I'm thinking.
I'm gonna get me,
3, 4,
step like
5,
a baby,
6. 1, 2.
climb up on
This one's 10,
your top
7, 8,
limb.
9, 10. Actually, no, 9. Let's count that one more time.
Step like a baby. I'm gonna get me, step like a baby,
6.
climb up on.
Count one more time.
I'm gonna get me, step like a baby, climb up on your top
7, 8,
limb.
9. Bum, 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 bum. Back to that riff. Let's check out the verse section this time again.
I'm gonna make me, step like a baby, climb up on your top
6, 7, 8,
limb.
9. Okay, it's twice in a row he did this. Okay, so from the riff, we're backing it up.
Top limb, up on. I'm gonna get me,
3,
step like a baby.
5. So from the riff, it's actually 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna get me, step like a baby,
5. No, 1, 2, 3,
climb up on your
5,
top
6, 7, 8,
limb.
9. Bow, down, down. Okay, so from the riff, this time at least, he's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I know this is like unconventional way of counting this stuff, but you got to think like, do you think that R.L. Burnside is sitting there counting in groups of 4? No, of course not. Of course he's definitely not. He's thinking of the lyrics and he's thinking of keeping the pulse going, right? He's keeping that pulse consistent, as consistent as he can. But within that, sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's shorter. So basically, when you come out of the riff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and then the next time he did that same grouping, let's count it out loud while he does it. 1, 2, yeah. And we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so where are we starting the count? 3, 4,
Still and a baby.
5, 6,
Clear my phone, your
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Riff. Okay, so so it's 5 and then a 9 count. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Riff. Okay, let's just keep counting it out. 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3,
yo, yellow
4,
beat
5.
yo.
1,
Yeah,
2,
it's gonna
3, 4, 5,
too
6,
bad, Jim.
7, 8. Okay, so that time it was an 8 count.
Every time I decide to climb your tree, baby, I wonder.
So sometimes, like after the riff, maybe I'm counting it wrong, but I think it's like after he does the riff, there's that one beat, right, to make it a 3. So 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. Or 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 1. Right? So it just goes 3 back to 1. And so I'm trying to count that 1. Let's see. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that time he did it after 7. Let's count the next one.
Every time I decide to climb
back up. My alarm is going off. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that was a 5, 9 count. 1, 2, and you're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, so we did 2 that. Woo! Okay, so that time we did 2 of the. Okay, it's too much for me to count in this in like a 20-minute video. So, what are you gonna do to learn it, right? So, I think if you're performing a song like this, your audience isn't going to be counting it like I'm counting it. There's nobody out there that's going to be doing that. In fact, nobody ever does that for this recording either, except unless you're teaching the song like I'm doing now. So don't sweat it so much, right? That's my best advice. Don't sweat it so much on like keeping things measures of 3 and then a measure of 4 and then like 4th verse like he does a 5 beats and then 7 instead of 9. And when I'm saying 5 beats, right, it's 5 beats and then the riff. So the riff kind of starts on the 6th beat. But don't sweat that type of thing too much. Like nobody's going to know the difference. And in fact, honestly, if I was teaching this, depending on like what type of student I'm teaching it to, a lot of times I'll recommend to drop off measures that are unusual. So like, there's got to be some people that are covering this song that sound great. You know, they're great performers or whatever, but they're going to be adding, like, for example, if I was going to be playing this, I would probably, I'm not saying this for sure, but I'm considering it now that I would just play everything in 4/4 to make it easier for the listener. So, I mean, that would be like this. Actually, let's do it bigger. 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and back to 3, 4. 3, 4. Then second section 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a riff. Now, playing it like that's fun, but that being said, like, as I'm playing it, I kind of missed his, like, the weird feeling you get from having, one beat totally chopped off where he does that measure of 3. So actually, now that I played it that way, I think it is better to play it the way that he played it. But if you're just starting off, right, if you're learning it and you haven't already learned dozens of songs, like, don't sweat this type of detail. Like, don't make it harder on yourself by trying to memorize a count that, like, surely he's not counting it that way. Like, there's no way he's counting it that way. He's thinking of the words, right? He's thinking of the words, he's singing the words out loud, and then he's just playing after the lyric is done, then he goes back to the riff, and that's how we can't know for sure what he's thinking, but, like, I bet anything that's how his mind is working while he's playing this type of thing. He's not, like, thinking verse 1, I'm going to do a 5-9 count, and then verse 2, a 5-7 count. Like, no, it's very unlikely that would be happening. But now that I said that, I'm just thinking the 5-9 count would put it to 14 beats. So maybe he is thinking in 7s. I'm gonna back it up and see if I can count 7 on the verse. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that time he added an extra beat. Okay, so that theory doesn't work either. So yeah, I mean, like, back to what I originally think is that he's just thinking of the lyric, right? I mean, that's what all these blues masters will say, is they're adding beats based on the lyric. The lyric and the story is the important part. And the other extremely important part is the groove, okay? And how do you get something to groove that has 7 beats in it, right? Is you got to have a strict pulse. Like, no matter what, he's never dropping that pulse, which a pulse is... Okay. I know I went way over on time, but I do want to check out the Cedric Burnside. It's sitting right here. I've seen him also play this with a drummer.
Little hill country blues for ya.
And when the drummer plays it, the beats get flipped because it's in an odd time signature. So sometimes it's like, hey, who was that? That was somebody. Okay, very cool intro, right? What is he doing? Highlighting that 3rd fret, And then also you can do 5th fret. Now you might want to skip the 2nd string. If you play the 2nd string, it's not that these notes are wrong on the 5th fret there, but it's better if you just play 5, 3, 0, and then maybe skip the 2nd string altogether, 5, 3, 0, and then go to the 3rd string. Every other string is 5, 3, 0. Right, and then let's listen to how he does this riff. Right? Now he did that stutter. We'll call that a stutter. 1, right? 5, 6, 7, 1. So this is completely, it's like a completely different song. How he's doing it is... So, same beat, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that how he's riffing that is. So sliding up from 2 to 3, the first one, on the 2nd string, and then 3 times in a row going to the 1st fret, 2 to 1, and And then every time you have to play 2-1, you play the open B string or open second string. So altogether it's, and then repeat.
Hey there, mama.
3, 1,
Yo,
2,
mama,
3, 4, 1,
hanging
2,
way.
3. Exactly what I was talking about before, right? He's covering this and he's doing it like 1, 2, 3, riff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Like he's doing it now in fours.
Up
Because it's easier for the listener.
in your
2,
tree.
3. He does that jump though. Again there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So he kind of extended that. But now he's going to go back to the riff. He's going to do it in fours.
Me,
1,
step
2,
out, baby.
3, 4. 1,
Climb
2,
up on
1.
your time.
Okay. So I went way over time. I'm trying to time these so they're shorter, more manageable, so I can get to everybody else's. So I can get to everybody else's requests and stuff. This is a great request, though, and thanks so much for being a member. I hope this helps. Send me a DM, a direct message in the membership portal if you got any questions, okay? Take care. Hope to hear from you soon.